I'm not going to lie. I do like fixing people's problems. I find that I get this high from it. I feel very energized by that. I'll be like, what's your problem? We can fix it. Everything's figure outable, you know? And also you might be a naturally compassionate person or empathetic person. So you're always drawn to people, you know, like, I want to help you. Can I pray for you? Can I cook for you? Can I do all that sorts of things? And you can be gifted that way as well. So we were all created. The baseline here, that the normal thing here is that we were all created to love helping people, right? That's how we express our love to them. We want to help them out, serve them in some way. That's how we show God's kindness and goodness and generosity to them. And it feels good. And it's supposed to feel good because it motivates us to keep serving and helping again. But what is the problem here? You can become a rescuer if you overhelp, obviously. If you help too much to the point of it, and it becomes like an addiction. You know, it becomes like, this gives me so much high, and that I'd need it all the time. I need to keep doing it all the time to feel really good about myself and myself. So then that's when you develop the rescuer complex. And so let's define what a rescuer is. What rescuing is, should I say. And it's really simple. It is just doing something for someone that they can do for themselves. So if you're doing something for someone that they can do for themselves, you are rescuing them. And that's unhelpful and unhealthy for everyone involved, because they don't get to change. They don't get to do the work because you're doing it for them. So every time you do something for someone, like a parent to a child, they'll never do it for themselves because it's just easier, right? By nature, we never do want to do anything for ourselves if it's done for us. We always take the shortcut. We always take the easy way out. So they don't really change. You don't really change. And they're just happy superficially. Yeah, so now, have you been rescuing? Are you a rescuer? I don't know if any of you consider yourself to be rescuers, but maybe you can think of a friend or two, maybe, or a mum or a parent, or a boss or a leader, or even a pastor. That is a rescuer. And so let's look at some symptoms and, you know, see what they're experiencing and think, those are signs. So number one is burnout. So a person who's burnt out, they're constantly overextending themselves, they're over-functioning in their roles, you'll burn out if you do that. And another thing is resentment, you know, and you can find yourself feeling resentful when you're saying, they're so ungrateful. Why don't they ever acknowledge everything I do for them? Why do they never notice everything I do for them? So that's resentment. And what about the hurt from your own family members because you've neglected them? Say you're out all the time, you're helping other people, but you're not helping the members in your family. So, you know, the kids are missing their parent, or the spouse is missing their spouse because they're always busy helping or serving in the church or somewhere else. And you also can feel a lot of isolation. If you feel like people are pushing you away, or pushing you back, it's because maybe you're in their space too much, because rescuing crosses boundaries repeatedly. Yeah, and you're in their face too much, and people just, that's enough, you know, please, stop. I don't need this, please, go away. So you can feel rejected, therefore you isolate yourself. And there's, what about frustration? You know, you can, you get frustrated because you think, why are they not changing? Why are they not doing that for themselves? Well, that's because you keep doing it for them. That's why they're not doing anything. You know, you're trying to do the change for them. So they think, oh, I don't need to change. You're doing it for me, so I'll just sit here. And so you get frustrated that they're just all the same, even though I help them so much. Why? So you might be rescuing and not know it. And so these are pretty painful situations to be in, hey. So you could be the mother who hovers around her child, making sure everything's right, doing everything for her. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to face any disappointment either. I'll help you handle that too. You just cannot fail. Be perfect. The leader could be the leader who swoops in to mop up after a team's mistakes. The leader who just, it's the team that made the mistake. Oh, no, never mind. I will fix everything. It's okay. I got this. The pastor who's never at home because they're always away serving other members. And the children and the wife are going, where's Dad? Where's my husband? He's never home. You could be the friend who always lends money to a friend who never pays you back. They keep asking you for money. Oh, it's okay. I got it. I got this. Okay, you run out. Oh, you need money. And please. Sure. Okay. I'll keep you happy. You know? And you could be the spouse who's always trying to keep the other spouse happy. Maybe you're trying to keep other people happy. You don't want to see them sad. You don't want to see them upset. I have to keep other people happy. That's all part of rescuing. So those are some of the scenarios, and you might have some more that you can think of. Yeah, so guess what? The rescuer loves to respond to this, help me, I can't. So the rescuer loves these cries for help. Help me, save me, I can't do this. And the rescuer quickly runs, puts on a cape, and runs into action and goes and fixes that person, their situation, or takes over something they're doing. So now, what do rescuers tend to keep doing? And because they never notice it, because they're too, so when you keep rescuing, you never actually are self-aware, because you're always too focused on helping and serving other people. So you forget about yourself. You don't stop and think, what am I feeling? Why does it feel bad? Why am I resentful? Why do I keep doing this to other people? Why am I so fixated on fixing people? So that's because maybe you're always giving more than you receive. So rescuers do that. And you don't expect anything in return. You're always giving because it's really spiritual. It's the right thing to do. I don't need to receive anything. Oh, God will bless me. Fastest way to burn out. And you're always being drawn to people who really need help. Help me, save me. You're like, oh, I'm right there. I love those kind of people. You're there to fix the issues. And you have a tendency to become unhealthily obsessed with other people's troubles. Maybe you're thinking, ooh, what other troubles are these people? And yeah, I'm going to be right there. I want to help them all the time, anytime. And so you grow this tendency to be over-controlling. You become micromanaging. So you over-function. You're doing too much of yourself. Taking over their stuff. Sometimes you might find yourself taking the role of the parent or the big person in a group or in a relationship. I have noticed that about myself. And, I tend to, because I have a dominant personality as well, but because I'm self-aware now, I pull myself back. There's these group situations at uni. Yeah, they're like, I have this temptation, like, I'm gonna speak up. I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna start this chat. I'm gonna start the discussion. I'm gonna do. You guys don't do Canva? Is it Canvas? Canvas? You guys? Oh, I'll do Canvas, and I'm, talking to myself, and I feel myself wanting to really, jump in and do things for other people, but I hold myself back because I'm self-aware. I didn't say anything. And guess what? 2 of the chats started, other ladies started it. And another one, I don't care about the awkward silence. I'm just sitting there too. And I'm just asking the questions. So which platform we're going to use? So, I am just delegating, I'm letting other people speak up and take their roles. Yeah, it's taken me a long time because, like I said, I was so addicted to helping people. It gives me a high, it gives me lots of energy. It's kind of my gifting as well, but, I do have to balance that. Yeah. And so here is where relationships can become codependent. So codependent means that I depend on you. So you're my friend. We're codependent, right? So I understand. I depend on you to make me feel good, and you depend on me to make me feel good. That's a codependent relationship. When you are depending on another person to know who you are, and to feel good about yourself. And that's a very toxic, very unhealthy way, because we're all supposed to be interdependent, meaning that I know who I am, you know who you are, I give out of my overflow. I give out of wisdom, and so do you. Do you see that healthy balance? It's not like, let's keep, each other so enmeshed as well with each other. It's always stuck to each other, and I have to be stuck to him, and he's stuck to me, and he's to make me feel good, and I have to make him feel good, etc. It's a never-ending cycle. It's a very toxic, very toxic. It happens in friendships too. It happens with siblings. It happens everywhere. And also rescuers find it hard to acknowledge their own needs and desires. So it's like, I'm always serving other people. It's not right for me to have my own needs. It's not right to have my own desires. I'm actually the one who's meeting other people's needs and desires. So it kind of sometimes feels like weakness to admit that, I have needs and desires too. Well, actually, that's just human, and that's humility. So you can get very proud, right? Because you're like, I have all the answers, You don't have the answer. I have all the answer. Let me give you the answer, and I'm all right. I'm self-sufficient. That's this pride. And so we do find it hard to ask for help. I can't ask for help. I'm always helping other people. That's just weakness to ask for help. So watch these mindsets, or watch these attitudes that can build up in you, or you might see them in another person. You go, are they rescuing? Right. So I really want to get into now dig deeper. And so those are the symptoms, those are the behaviors. And now let's look at the self-talk. What are the words coming out? Because we speak out of what we really truly believe, right? Sometimes we believe that we believe, but we don't know we actually believe it. It sits in our unconscious because it's been maybe we learned it in childhood and it's been repressed, right? Or sometimes we suppress it, intentionally press it down. So, so let's listen to our speech, and let's listen to what's going on in our minds when we're rescuing, or we want to keep rescuing people. And these are some of the beliefs that we probably, as because of family mottos, because of my family always said this, my family always did this. So you just took that on, and it becomes a truth in your life, which is actually a misbelief, right? And here's one of them: if I help them, I will be less of a burden. It's because you don't want to feel like a burden. So like, I had better roll up my sleeves, I better help. I'm only useful or loved if I'm helpful. Yeah? I'll feel bad or I'll feel guilty if I don't help. Other people's needs are more important than mine. Did you grow up that way? It's not about the family. It's about the family. It's not about me. It's not loving to ignore other people's needs. It's right to make sacrifices. It's right to be the martyr. So rescuers always feel like, because they're always making the sacrifices, they do feel like they're the martyr. And they feel right in being the martyr. I'm responsible for other people's happiness. And children might see their parents in that way. One parent trying to be, don't be upset, and I'll never say anything to make you upset. I don't want to get angry, so, you've got to be happy. Because if you're not, I won't be able to handle that. It's too scary. And doing nothing is uncomfortable, so I need to fix this feeling. Maybe you just keep feeling uncomfortable, so you think, okay, I need to do something to fix it. I'll just fix this situation. I'll fix this person. You might find yourself saying a lot, why are they being thankful? Why am I never acknowledged? Why don't they ever thank me? And why are they not noticing, acknowledging what I've done for them? And that's resentment, And how about this one? They're not changing. I need to help them more. Okay, if you help them more, they will still not change. Remember? Because you're doing something for them that they could do for themselves. Therefore, they see no need to change. Do you see that? You do something for someone they need to do for themselves, they'll never see a need to change. They'll be like, thank you so much. That was easy.
No, they don't think.
Okay, true. Yeah, so why do we rescue? You know what? We rescue for our own self-motivation. I rescued before because I need to be validated. I need to feel needed, so I feel important, so I feel loved. Bottom line, I rescue to feel loved. And I rescue to have some sense of control, because my inner world and emotions are all out of control. So for me to get a sense of control, I need to control external things like fixing your problem, making myself feel better by fixing you and your problems or the situation. Then I feel better after that, so I'll be fine. Not really, because I still feel unloved if I stop rescuing. So that is a core belief, right, of rescuers. I need to feel needed, to feel important, to feel loved. Is this the reason why so many of us serve in church in 10 roles, right? Oh, I want to be the leader. I love that label. I'm the leader here. And you're the leader, what? In 10 departments. Oh, okay. So you feel important. Oh, you need to feel loved. That's why. And what would happen to you if you stopped serving? What would happen to you if those roles stopped and said, you don't need to do any of this anymore? How are you going to feel? So now, when you stop, if you were to stop rescuing, you might start to feel come up your unbearable feelings, right? Because you keep doing this in order to feel loved. But when you stop it, the unbearable feelings will come up, the opposite feelings will come up. And so you're going to feel unloved. You're going to start feeling unwanted, abandoned, helpless. You might feel useless. You might feel like I'm all alone, because I wasn't all alone. I didn't feel alone before because I'm always serving with other people, so I never feel alone. But now I'm not serving with anyone, and now I'm all alone. Oh, yikes. So what you want to do is locate where your unbearable feelings are, learn how to sit with uncomfortable feelings and process your UBS and heal from it with the truth. For me, it's experiencing God's love, knowing how much God loves me and experiencing that and continually experiencing that and just knowing who I am. You know, I don't need to feel I'm somebody that is loved by doing things for other people. Yeah, I'm really free of that. So, and then you also have to learn how to say no. You just have to say no. So I've got these empowering questions, and there's some truth coaches as well. So if you know someone who's rescuing, maybe they can ask these questions. If you're rescuing, maybe you can start asking yourself these questions. Is God a rescuer? Why or why not? And here's a really big one. Who am I if I'm not needed? Oh. Who am I, really, if I'm not needed in this role, in this situation? What are my unbearable feelings here? Where does my responsibility, and here's a good one if you're helping out someone and you keep doing things for them all the time, where does my responsibility start and end here? So where does it start and where does it end? Because there is a start and the end to my responsibility. If I can't see that, I'm going to keep helping them and they'll never change. And what am I afraid of if I choose not to help here? Yeah, what is it? What is it that I'm really actually afraid of deep down? Is it my unbearable feeling? Is it the person getting angry and upset? And so here's some truth coaches for this. And I really love these truth coaches. Speaking the truth. I am not automatically the solution. Am I empowering or just intervening here? So stepping back and know I'm automatically not the solution. Love can also say, sorry, you can sort it out. I'm not responsible for this. Or sorry, you can sort it out. You're responsible for this. That's what love looks like too. That is speaking the truth. And how about this? It's not loving to fix everything. It's not. Because you're taking their choice away from them. You're taking the learning and growth off them. Because you're doing it, you're putting it onto yourself. It really is unloving to fix everything for them. And it's kind of a control thing, isn't it? And because they learn to rely on you. But it's not about them relying on you to feel good about themselves. It's you helping them to know who they are and that they are empowered to take responsibility for their choices. And the parent says, I can only be enthusiastic for my children when I can protect my space and maintain a proactive stance. Yeah. So those are some of the truth coaches. I had one before in my other document. No, I'm good, boss. Yeah. There's a proverb that says, better is something from a friend than kisses from the enemy. Better is a wound. Better is a wound from a friend than kisses from the enemy. Right? So it's not loving to hold back the truth to people who need to hear it. It's actually loving to speak the truth. And that you're responsible for speaking it and they're responsible for their response. So often we hold back because we don't want them to be upset. We don't want them to cry or get angry. But if we know that they need to hear this truth so they can change, so they can do something for themselves, then that's loving to do that. Right? Yeah. So just finish with that.
So it's like someone came to you and asked you for help. Would you really be able to say, sorry, it's not my responsibility, it's yours? Like, it sounds really harsh. I know what you mean, like it's the truth. But like, if you really said that, that'd be kind of...
So you need to add context. I mean, I should have added context to that. This is the context if someone you keep rescuing them. And then you realize that I'm rescuing them too much. I've been doing everything for them. It's time for them to own their stuff. Oh, no, I'm not talking about anyone. I'm not talking about a random someone. Obviously, if you can help, then you gauge your level of help.
Yeah.
You know, obviously it's about, what kind of help do you need? How much time is it? Can I take? You know, what is it that they really need?
Yeah, it's more the idea that this is what kind of thing you're supposed to say to them and like give back.
Yes, in the context if you keep rescuing them. Say for me, a parent, if I've, what have I done? I don't know. Example.
Say like a speedy voice.
Oh, you paid it for them. No, I don't. I do not rescue my kids that way.
Very funny. Very funny. Yeah.
You have to go.
Okay.
Going on to you. Sorry, guys, gotta go.
Okay, sure. No. Oh, right. How early?
6:30.
What?
Yeah, that's why I was like, can we change it to Friday? But no.
That is so early. You got to leave at 5? Okay.
Wow. Oh, and then no, I wake up at 6.
Oh.
No, not start.
Is it 8?
Yes, that's
Oh, I'll make it okay.
Sleep well. Thank you for tonight.
Okay. Bye-bye. Yeah, so do you get that? Like that one is for the context of if you keep helping this person all the time.
You have to kind of set that kind of thing for them. Like,
Boundary, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and I was thinking like it would happen a lot in parents and children.
Yes. Yes, especially Asians.
Because like, I know this, like my mom, friend, like the mom does everything for the kid. How kid is like 25, 26 years old. Damn. He doesn't have he apparently recently got a dog, but he doesn't drive.
Okay.
So his mom takes him everywhere.
oh my god.
Yes.
That's what it is, right?
That's rescuing.
The need to have a driver's license.
That's right. You got it.
On the transport, it would take like it doesn't want to do. And then it now that backfires.
Yes.
I mean, he now got a job, so like apparently his mom was like to his dad, oh, like you don't have to work on Saturday. Like apparently his dad goes to some market and sell something. I mean, he was like, oh, you don't have to go to the market on Saturdays. We can just ask our son to give us money.
Yeah, it's always like that. It's two ways. They expect it from you as well when you're the older.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, no, we can just.
Oh.
Well, you've got a job.
Oh, because I was keep doing everything for you. Now this is the expectation.
You have to repay.
Oh
Unspoken, like,
Yeah. So now, like,
yeah.
like, where do you start filling in that? Or like, where do you untying that knot? You know?
Yeah. It's a setup, all right.
But like, well, you did it for long, well, and no, I did it for investment.
you jelly.
But I wasn't told.
Oh no! I didn't sign up for this.
It's so true. I think Aiden family the listener would like that.
No, and like, I don't know, like, I feel like Western cultures are like maybe on the other side of the street. Some parents are like, okay, you're 18. You can go out of my house.
Yeah, normally.
Oh no!
We think we're good.
So in that case of that scenario that you told us, so how do you think the son would feel? Would he feel okay? Or?
You will be so confused right now.
She has to think critically and start living for himself. But at the same time, he's like, oh, like his mom's pressuring to, you know, or with this finance and
Because now this finance is almost for 3 people, not just for 1. It's all the way now. Like, without realizing, right?
I mean, it's in a way he hasn't lived his own life, right?
Yeah. So, like,
That's sad. That's sad.
you wouldn't. I feel like even socially, you would feel kind of distance because you don't have experience. So, doing things for yourself,
That's right.
restaurant and driving or like getting out of difficult situations, it's just mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So lacking in life skills, he just
So like
no confidence.
now that he knows what he's gotten himself into, even if he realizes that, how is he going to get himself out of it? Because it's like,
Oh,
how many problems does he have to solve? You know. And now if you guilty if you don't pay up.
it's a process. It's a process of unlearning. But does he see what he needs to unlearn? Does he see that, oh, this is not normal? What have I been sold into?
That sort of situation is so hard, though, because it's not just something where you can just set boundaries. Like, even if you knew what to do, if you just did it, like, your parents will probably, like, disown you or be like, "You ungrateful child." Like, you know, like, you're not being, you know, a good good son, daughter, whatever.
It's like basically there's been no conversations between them.
Yeah, it's unspoken.
Yeah, there's no like deep conversations about like
Yeah.
like life and finance and career and like between the parents and the kid. And then now it's like everything's tied up though. There's no conversation, but then everything's tied up. So it's like, how does anyone? Yeah,